So here we are back on Monday morning. Supposed to be having 2 weeks off, but hey ho. I missed my morning wake up. So we're going to do some lovely wake uppy moves and hopefully feel a little bit more sunny. By the end, I can't guarantee that we're going to get sunny, but you know, we'll try. So just shaking into the wrists and ankles to wake up that energy, especially if we've just gotten out of bed. Just bring the energy into the body. A nice shake around wrists and ankles. And just tapping from side to side with the feet, perhaps kicking up the knees and inviting some movement into the elbows. And into the shoulders. Let's take some nice big stretches. Soften the knees and just reach up and stretch. And then just a little bit of stretch this way and that way. As you do, take some lovely deep breaths, fill your lungs up. And land back in the middle. Just land on the floor. Feet are shoulder width apart, hands on the hips. And just move into the hips, circle the hips. Just get those hips moving. Nice big hip circles. And just notice how those hips feeling. Are they moving smoothly? And some hip movements the other way. Some lovely big hip movements, big circles. My feet are shuffling a little bit wider apart because I want to go into figure eights now. But just keeping it moving slow and smooth. Hit a groove with those eights all the way around. Nice big wide movements and letting the upper body just relax. And perhaps as you move from side to side, start lifting up the shoulder and painting a circle with the shoulder. So now the hips are just moving from side to side into a bit of a lean from either side, and the torso can just gently start to go with the flow, lifting up the shoulders, followed by the elbow, followed by the wrists, followed by the fingertips. So if you could paint a beautiful circle around you, lift up. And just let the body relax into that. I like to shuffle my feet quite wide apart at this point, just really start to let it go. As your arm lifts up and over, notice that the ribs want to open. And as the ribs want to open, you want to breathe in. So breathe in as the ribs open on that side. And relax as the hands come back down to the sides. Lovely big sweeps. Just moving from side to side, opening out through the rib cage. Just inviting a lovely bit of free movement into that space, as if you could paint that space a beautiful colour, as it were. Just move from side to side. And then we'll just come back into the centre. Invite a little bit of rotation. So the feet now are about 60 centimetres, something like that. I'm just loosening up the spine with a gentle rotation. Allow the hands to tap into the sides of the body, the shoulders. Wrap them around your waist. Keeping your torso central. And again, take a moment to listen to your breath. Raising the heart rate a little. And just inviting some lovely free movement into the spine. So by the end of this, we're going to feel a lot more mobile, a lot more fluid. Let's just slow that down. Hands are up at shoulder height apart and just swishing from side to side. So if the hands are swishing through warm water up to the shoulders in water, and just feel, as it were, warm water trickling between your fingertips. Torso central. Spine's the very center. And the whole world of busyness just passing you by through your fingertips. Let it go. And then we're going to come back into center again. Just moving the spine in all directions, coming back into center. Feet are hip distance apart. And we're going to stack the body up. Feet are hip distance apart. Check in with the body as you inhale. Glutes are engaged, spine central. No excessive bend through the lower part of your spine. Make yourself tall. And at the top of the inhale, your hands are high, and then you begin to exhale. Breathe out. Soften the knees. Hands come down towards the floor. As you inhale again, push through the feet. Straighten out the hips. Engage the glutes. Open the chest. Inhale, hands towards the sky. Exhale, moving forwards. So as the inhale and the exhale roll into each other, none of this is I want to say hard, spiky movement. Keep it soft, keep it flowing. So one movement rolls into the next as each breath moves into the next. The exhale, the body's small, like a tiny little ball, and the inhale, the body's tall. We're not standing to attention. We're just breathing in and then breathing out. Just keep it in your time and listen to your breath. Where is the breath leading you? Let your breath be your guide. Breathe in, total inhale. Let's take another one of those. And as we complete this next one, placing the hands on the floor, and we're in a forward fold. The legs are soft, no tension at all through the hamstrings. The feet are hip distance apart, which is about 6 inches, 7 inches, something like that. And the feet are facing forward, the same distance between the toes and the heels. And we're going to straighten out the body. So lift the hands off the floor, unhinge at the hips, straighten the knees. Knees don't become locked, they're just legs become straight, engaging through the glutes, pelvic floor, lower abs. And each vertebra now stacked, one on top of the next. Chest is open. Lift the shoulders, turn them back in the shoulder joints. Chin in, invisible thread pulling you upwards. Creating that lovely strong position. Nice strong standing position. This is Tadasana. Standing pose. Just bring the hands together so they're 6 inches apart. Let's take the right up into the air and the left down. And then let's swap over. Hands in the center. Left up, right down. And we're going to swap over. Continually change. So as you breathe out, as the hands cross in the middle, and breathe in as they separate. The palms are facing opposite directions. And at the top of the inhale, you might want to just stretch slightly over to that side, really opening out that chest. Inhale towards, as you pass over the solar plexus. Inhale as you breathe out, in at the top. Stretch, inviting a little bit of a stretch in the side of your body. Inhale. So as the whole of the inhale is the whole of the movement, and the whole of the exhale brings your hands back to that center position. crossing over. And back to the center. Big stretch. So here we're putting together a simple body movement and the breath. Hands crossing at the solar plexus and inhaling. Heaven and earth stretch back into center. Taking the feet a little bit wider apart. So that's 6 inches apart. Take the right hand down, the left above. Soften the knees. And we're going to take a twist to the right. So the left hand on top goes over the right shoulder. Back to center. Turn your hands over as if you're holding onto a ball in the middle. Right over left. Torso's remaining central. Invisible threads still pulling you upwards. And moving gently from side to side. So inviting quite a lot of movement through the spine. We're back to rotating here. The legs are apart. It's as if wringing out any tension through the spine and just letting it go. One more time to the left. Right hand over left shoulder. And back to center. So we've still got that 6 inches between those, shuffling the feet even wider still. I'm going to paint a figure 8 now. Again, a little bit of free movement, so the hands are always facing each other as if holding onto a ball. And just paint a figure 8. Go with your own flow, perhaps with some nice music, perhaps just the sound of your own breath or the sound of the rain. And painting a figure 8 around your space, taking it wherever you feel like your body needs to be stretched, perhaps into the hamstrings. Perhaps around a little bit. Perhaps high, perhaps low. And I'm not sure if you're aware, but this is we're heading towards, we're probably on the dark side of the moon. So the last week or so has been very much a week of letting go. And the new moon tomorrow is a good time to set intentions or invite new intentions into your life. But sometimes as we let go, we find our space filled with a lot of negativity. So I want to let any negativity go today. So perhaps this energy around us is something we don't need. Let's offer that negativity away. Let's take that ball of energy, as it were, that ball down to the ground. The feet are quite wide, and just place that onto the ground below you. The feet are wide, and just let that go. Settle the body down into the space below you. Hands are on the floor, the palms are on the floor, walking the feet back in towards each other. So we're back to being hip distance apart. And for a moment, just take a breath here. Knees are soft, it's not a hamstring stretch. There's a sense of spaciousness in the lower spine. Lovely, relaxed state. We're going to restack. We're going to take the hands up the center of the body right now. Draw the hands up the center of the body. As you restack through the hips, the knees, the spine, hands right up towards the center, palms facing upwards, and then exhale, taking them down by the sides of the body. Interlock the fingers, open the chest. And on the next exhale to forward fold. Release the arms when you feel you need to. And on the inhale, uncurl the spine bit by bit. Take the hands up the center of the body. The top of the inhale, embrace the sky. All that is rain or sunshine. Exhale, hands coming down to the side. Inhale, stretch to the top. Few notes on this one. As you come up, the palms are facing down. That's a drawing up of whatever needs to be let go. We're just going to do this bit. We're not going to do the forward fold here. As we release the hands to the side now, again the palms are facing down. Again, that's a letting go. We're going to soften, we're not forward folding. Just to bend through the knees, drawing up the center. Like taking off a jumper and exhaling, releasing. Drawing up through the center, the palms are facing downwards. Palms continue to face downwards, like taking off a jumper. Yesterday's stuff. Let it go. Up the center. And release. And with the next one, just put the hands together. We're going to go onto the floor. Palms together. Just spend a moment. The lovely inhale, feel through the feet, feel the texture of the floor below you. Draw your breath up the whole of the body to the top of your head and exhale. You send that breath all the way back down to the feet. Just landing in your space. I want to do a seated forward fold with a twist, just because the twist is probably the best way of letting go. So we'll just finish on the seated twist today. So we're going to sit down. Let me just adjust my other thing. And that's it. So I'm seated on the floor. You may need to have your knees a little bit softer, but just try and be aware that your body's upright. Try to avoid that curve in your spine. So your sit bones are on the floor, and your spine's nice and tall. I'm going to straighten my legs and soften them. You can have something underneath them, it's fine. So I know we've all done this one before. It's a forward fold. We're going to breathe in. As I breathe out, I'm just going to take the body towards the legs. By that I mean, breathe in, restack. By that I mean torso towards thighs. So I'm looking towards the toes. And as a restack, I'm thinking each vertebra one by one, place it on top of each other to create that lovely strong spine. Exhale is a forward fold. Inhale is a rebuild. So I'm just inviting a freedom of movement right into the spine, and the hands are painting circles on either side of me. The hands and the breath moving in the same time frame, accentuating that sense of flow, of free movement, of freewheeling almost. Looking towards the toes. So as the next time you exhale, and take a few breaths with the torso just gently moving towards the thighs, looking towards your toes. Hands can be on your thighs, your lower legs, your feet, wherever's right for you. Relax. So as every exhale is part of the forward fold. Relax. And notice that when you inhale, you can focus on the length of the muscles, and when you exhale, you can just let gravity take over and the body can relax. Those hamstrings can just feel at ease. And your body can soften. And let's just restack carefully, coming back into center. Again, you might want to soften those legs. We're going to do a twist. I'm just going to turn slightly towards the front so you can see me. I'm going to leave my right leg down. I'm going to take the left one and place it over. Sit bones remaining on the floor, so try and avoid coming off those sit bones. I'm going to take a twist to the left. So I'm going to put my left hand down, raise up the right, feel the body lengthen, and then take a twist towards the left, turning around. Torso central, both sit bones are still on the floor. A twist through the spine. Let the head go all the way around as well, so the head is part of the movement. Invisible thread still pulling you upwards, tall and strong. Think that posture. And the twists really squeeze the contents of the abdomen, the energy centers within the abdomen, stoking your inner fire, stimulating the digestive system. And they're really good releasing movement. So letting go of that twist. Let's untwist and over untwist almost to the right. Just a little. Like an elastic band wants to over untwist. And then back to the center. Nice. Give those a bit of a shake. So I'm going to pick up the right knee, take that over the left, and we're going to twist to the right. That's right hand down, lift up, and then right arm over and twist towards your right. Sit bones down, squeezing through those lower energy centers through your abdomen. Sit bones down, so it's letting go, to releasing anything that's trapped inside of you. Turn your chin all the way around to the back as well. Torso central, invisible thread still pulling you upwards. Release and over untwist all the way back to the left. And back to the center. Nice. Let's just give those a little bit of a shake out. And just to finish off today, we'll just settle into a nice spinal position. So you might want to sit cross-legged, you might want to sit on something, you might want to sit in a kneeling position. I'm going to sit on the floor like this. So just wanted to align the spine and sit. So you've got your sit bones down. You've got your back nice and straight, so you're not in a slope. Tuck that in, just allow the body to grow, each vertebra one at a time. Chin in, invisible thread pulling it upwards. And noticing the length between each of the vertebrae, between the neck bones. You're going to exhale, dropping the chin to the chest. You're going to inhale, restacking. Completing the picture on the spine and paying the neck a little bit of attention with the exhale. It's the forward fold. There's 7 tiny vertebrae above the collarbone only. And restack. Exhale, it's a forward fold. And inhale to restack. Exhale's a forward fold. Inhale's a restack. And then the next exhale, we're going to turn first to the right, inhale, center, exhale, chin over left. So it's a rotation, 90 degrees. Inhale, center, exhale. Over left and over right. And just keeping that moving from side to side. As you inhale, center and exhale, chin over left and chin over right. Then back to center, and the next exhale is a forward, is a side. Right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, left to left. And again, focusing only on those 7 vertebrae that lie above the collarbone. Enjoy the stretch down the side of the neck. So we've moved through the rest of the spine. We've let go of any tension through the abdomen. Inviting a sense of letting go as we enter the dark side of the moon, ready for tomorrow's new moon. New moon, new start. Back into center. Inhale, just start at the base of your spine, scanning up the length of your body. And exhale back down to the bottom. Actually, we have hands by the side. So as you inhale, you take that up, palms together. And exhale, hands down the center. There we go, it's Monday. Thank you for joining me. It was lovely to see you all again. Let me just switch this one off.